Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Epoium Programmable LED sign. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description, and if you use that link it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost anything extra. So here it says text, graffiti, animation, USB, and app. So let's get this open. Here we have a manual. It says some notes about it. It's like adhesive tape. And the panel itself, and a power supply. Let me read through this. Okay, so this says when you roll it up, you want the LEDs inward, not outward, and you want to be careful of placing heavy objects on it because it could damage it, and then you want to use 5 volts at 2 amps to charge this, and you don't want to use higher output devices. It even includes computers and televisions as higher output devices. And here it says the display controller is not waterproof. Okay, so let me just pull this out. Like it's kind of stuck to itself a little bit. Okay, there's the panel. Let's take a look at the manual here. So here we have the notes from the flyer that came with it. It talks about different interfaces. So you can use a mobile phone charger or car charger to power this. So it says you can use like an iPhone charger or brand name USB charger. Do not use computer TV USB interface, a car USB interface. So if you have a USB port in your car, not a charger itself, don't plug into that. And you don't want to use non-standard chargers. So here we have the specs on this. Now the display itself is waterproof, but the controller is not. The resolution is 16 rows by 64 columns. The size of the screen is 372 by 92 millimeters, or 15 by 4 inches. This comes with the display, the controller, car charger, 3M tape, and instructions. It says the LED display is controlled by a mobile phone app. Here are the instructions for using it. It says long press to switch it on or off. Double click it for mirror, so it probably mirrors the pixels. It has a downloadable app. It's Cool LED 1248. It's in the App Store and Google Play Store. The app will need to connect to Bluetooth. You'll select the device, and the app has text editing, hand-painted graffiti, DIY animation, music, rhythm, etc. And we will take a look at that. This talks a little bit about using the app. It also has a microphone mode, so I'm guessing that will have interactive displays. This talks about settings and troubleshooting. Okay, so here's the display itself. It seems like a silicon front, and we have metal on each side of the back. You can see the little controller chips here, and this is where we plug into the controller. So I'll plug into that. And that will plug in very tight. There we go. Let me get this cord loose. So the USB cord seems to be around 15 foot long. So this can be adhered with this tape. Here's the instructions. You can pause and read through those. It's a clear silicone looking tape. So let's get this plugged in to USB. So this does come with a car charger here. And I have this USB charger that I'll be using. Let's turn this around. Okay. We have a message scrolling by. It says thanks. I'll get on my iPad here and get the app downloaded. Okay, so I'm in the App Store and I've searched for a Cool LED 1248. I'll hit get. Now I'm doing this on my iPad, but you could also do this on an iPhone or Android. I'll open up the app. So it has a list of instructions here. I'll hit next step. I'll allow Bluetooth. I'll tap on the Cool LED and it looks like we're connected. And if we look at the power here, it's drawing 0.58 amps here. So it doesn't look like we're drawing too much current. So let's click plus in the top. So I'll type some text in. So it has a preview here. Looks like we can change the color. And we have some multicolor modes down below. We can rotate this. We can do bold or not bold. Then if we go down below, looks like we can change the scroll direction. It says there's currently no preview effect in this mode. Okay, so let's hit send. Oh, and I still have that effect mode on. So it looks like it's going to repeat that. Let me turn that off. There we go. This is the original mode I was expecting. That looks nice. Let's try this other special effect mode. Okay, so that's opening up from the middle. Let's try the last one. And that was a pretty cool, it looked like almost like a laser effect. So in the upper right, looks like we can save this. Down below, looks like we have different things, like we can change the brightness level. So that's on a dimmer mode there. And then we can also probably change the speed maybe. Okay, so next let's go to pattern. So we have some different patterns. So it looks like we have dynamic on the left and static on the right. Let's try a static one first. So it looks like that is just an image. And then dynamic. And there we have an animation. Let's go to graffiti. We'll hit plus, and it looks like here we can design our own art. So I'll draw it on the screen. Then let's hit plus, that zooms in. Let's hit check mark, and we'll tap on it, and now it's sending it in. So it looks like we have different modes here. So we can use laser, picture scroll, snowflake, down. So these are the same modes we saw on the first page for the text. So if we want to edit this, we can hit edit at the top, and we can go in here and edit this. So if you had a pen with your tablet, you could probably do a little bit more detailed work here, easier. So let's go to the last tab, is animation. We'll hit plus. It says each animation is composed of multiple static graffiti. So I'll draw a box here. Let's see. Okay, in the upper right, we can see we can add plus and we can add a frame. Okay, we'll save that. Now let's send it. So there's a little animation. Now if you put more time into this, you could obviously get better results. On the bottom, let's hit music. This says it would like to access our music library. I'll hit allow and play some music. Okay, so here we have a little display. Let me find. It only wants to play copyright-free music. I don't have a whole lot of that on here, so it doesn't look like it has quite as many modes. Now it can use the microphone, it looks like. Let's try that. Okay, so as I talk, you can see it is moving around with my voice. Now I don't know if this is the actual spectrum analyzer or if it's just random, but it's a neat visual effect nonetheless. So let's go back to light. Let's go down to settings. Now we can mirror the display. Let's hit that. Okay, so that switched it top to bottom and left to right. And there's also help center, about us, and language. Let's go back to text. Let's try another one. Let's see if this will display an emoji. It looks like it does not display an emoji, which does not surprise me. That would be tricky to do. Let's send that. It's doing snowfall for some reason. Let's try and resend that. There we go. Seem to be stuck on snowfall mode, and I want some color in there. There we go. So here it is in the dark, mounted on a windshield. As you can see, it has great contrast because these are individual LEDs. Let me turn the light on here so you can see what we're looking at. Now I don't know how long this would stay on here, but this silicone clung right to the windshield just like a window cling would. And it feels like it's on there very good. And it peels right off. Now I don't know if it's legal to have a light like this when you're driving, but maybe you're at an airport and you turn it on or something. You need to find that out on your own. And this could be mounted a little lower too. But this is not mounted using the tape. This is just clung to the windshield. So that's the Epoium Programmable LED sign. I like that this sign has multiple choices in the app. So if you're not graphically inclined, you can just type some text in and have it scroll on here, or you can choose one of the pre-made patterns. But if you're artistically minded, you can go into graffiti and animation, and you can run wild with this. You can do all sorts of cool animations, and you can make your own text and really turn this into whatever you want it to be. So this could be good at a store. You could have this be an open or closed sign. You could display information. It could say, come to our Saturday market, or we're closing early on Friday. You could do informational things. You could use this in a school, a library. You could also put this on your vehicle. So maybe you drive for a service and you want to display that you're open for service, or you could put a person's name on here. And this has kind of the fancy mode here, like where it's all colored, but then we could go in here and just do, say, a white color if you wanted more of a professional kind of look. But then when you want party mode, you can hit the auto color, and you can even go in and change these colors. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you liked this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate it if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.